What's going on? Paintball Falcon here from Undead Studios, and I'm bringing you my thoughts and predictions on the next Naruto movie, the last Naruto the movie. Now, personally, I really don't like the title of this movie just because it's like there's a title within a title. It's the last, and then Naruto the movie, and to me that really doesn't make much sense. But I mean, overall I really think that this movie will be great because, like, I love Naruto. I love looking at videos and episodes, trailers, anything, AMVs. I mean, there's a lot of things positive I can say about this whole genre of, anime. But anyways, I'm gonna get right into the details, and basically I wanted to tell you guys that I think that this movie looks really good because from the trailer that they show Naruto standing on top of this rock, and he's in his adult form, which we've never seen. We never thought they would actually bring us Naruto as his adult form. You thought that maybe after Shippuden it would end, and hopefully after this movie I'm hoping to see a new series, because I would think that they could do a very good job with it. Everyone already has their different look, their different style, their updated look basically, and a lot of people look really interesting. A lot of people look very different. Like Choji looks a whole lot different. He looks like a grown man, which pretty much they all are grown at this point. But Choji had that thing on his back, that big mane of hair he had on his back. He chopped all of that off, and he looks really cool now. And everyone else, pretty much like Sakura and Tenten, they all look different. But one thing I wanted to get at was, we see Naruto, his arm is all bandaged up, and from what I can think, or maybe even tell, maybe he had a big gash on his arm or something, and it got busted, or I don't know what to expect. But I really think that his arm being busted is from the war that is going on right now in the Naruto Shippuden series, the subbed episodes, let me just say. And basically I'm thinking, maybe I would hate to think that his arm got chopped off, because I saw a picture of his arm being chopped off, and I'm like, well, if his arm was busted and chopped off, then exactly how does he get a new arm? Like, who makes him a new arm is my next question. And I mean, I think that's gonna be really interesting if they actually explain that within this episode. That's what I'm saying. They could go so many different ways with this. They can go on eventually to explain how he lost his arm. Basically how they made him a new arm, or how they got him a new arm. Because if you guys remember, if you guys are into Naruto Shippuden, you saw that the Raikage lost his hand, and they never really reattached it or made him a new one or anything like that. So you have to wonder who actually made Naruto a new arm. But anyways, we also see Kakashi is wearing the Hokage outfit, and you're wondering, how did he become the next Hokage? What happened to Tsunade? Well, maybe they'll explain that. Maybe they'll explain that maybe she died, or even she retired because she felt that she was too old to be a Hokage anymore, or maybe she sacrificed herself. Like I said, I don't know. Basically, they thought that Kakashi was the next fit person to be the Hokage. He was the most suitable person for the role. And I mean, they were already going to choose him at one point, but luckily enough, Tsunade had came back to her consciousness after the whole deal with Pain, and pretty much now you see Kakashi is probably going to be the Hokage. I'm not saying that's set in stone. That's just from what pictures show, and from little rumors that I've heard that maybe he's the next Hokage. Things that I've read also say that. I kind of, personally, I don't know if I would want him to be the Hokage, just because Kakashi doesn't seem like a Hokage role to me. He seems more of a leader, yeah, but not to lead an entire village. I can see him being a captain or so, like he's been. I mean, that's just because ever since you've seen Kakashi, he's been a captain, and they have explained small little stories about when he was a kid and stuff like that. But he's always seemed like a leader to me, and I really admire Kakashi because he's very powerful, very strong ninja, very skillful at everything he does. He's pretty much like the badass version of Shikamaru, because he's able to actually do things. Shikamaru's able to think things out and do and execute them and make a plan for it, but Kakashi's actually able to do what Shikamaru is talking about him doing. So he has a very skillful ability to do anything that he puts his mind to. Anything that's thrown his way, he can outdo it. So that's one reason I admire Kakashi. Now, if you want to talk about looks, look at everyone. Like, Naruto has a drastic change. He cut his hair, which I never saw that coming. I never would have guessed they would have let him cut his hair. Maybe they explained that. They also just showed that Naruto has kids with Hinata. So there's a big question there. Like, are they married? Are they just like girlfriend, boyfriend, or who tied the knot, or because I've seen other couples in this as well. Like I've seen Gaara's sister Tamari and Shikamaru, they're always together, and I think they actually got together within this movie. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, the whole plot of this story is Naruto, or Hinata's sister, Hanabi, is actually captured, and it's up to Naruto and Hinata to get her back and retrieve her. And you also see there are pictures of other characters like Sai and Gaara and Rock Lee and Shikamaru and Tenten, and you're wondering, why do they have these pictures of these people if they weren't going to show them a lot? And you're just like, maybe they'll have some special role in this in order to help them get and retrieve Hinabi. That would actually be very interesting, because you'll get to see people use new jutsu, their new fighting their new CQB skills, and I can't wait to actually see how they illustrate all these new fight scenes, because like I always said in my other videos on 3-Man Broadcast, is that I love seeing how they illustrate fights in Naruto. Like, these are the most detailed fights I've ever seen in any anime that I've ever watched. You don't see much like detailed fights like you do in this. Even in Dragon Ball Z, you don't see that many detailed fights. But anyways, hopefully they'll deliver a really good movie, which I think that I got a feeling that I know that they will, because they've impressed me so far. Even with the intros, I've even been taking a lot of interest to the new intro that they have for the subbed episodes, just because you see the evolution of Naruto over time that he's been, fighting in this whole series. You see him as a kid and he's running through this battleground, and you see him as a teenager. You see him grow up basically right before your eyes, and it's really cool how they do that. So hopefully this movie will be really good, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me. So if you guys do agree with me, then please rate that thumbs up button. If you guys have any comments or questions, or even want to tell me when this movie releases, then let me know in the comment section below. And on that note, you guys need to make sure you help us by subscribing to this channel as well, because there will be a lot of diversity coming your guys' way. So please help the undead rise, and we'll be seeing you all later. Thanks, guys.